Hi everyone, my name is Mandeep and we are going to start a presentation about our project. Our project is blockchain in education and we are four members here, Harvinder, Robin and Sandeep. And I'm going to start with the introduction to the project. Here we start. Most of the ledgers technologies that are based on blockchain can be used in education sector for keeping the records of data of students related to the books, admissions and their grades. These records keep data in manually electronic that managed by well structured and centralized software. Blockchain technology is used to provide security to the data that is stored in central repository and maintain the data integrity to ensure their safety. There is a problem statements. Entire workload comes on the administrative department of the university, college, school, and other educational institutes. There is no security provided to the students' data as well as stakeholders' data in existing systems. No payment traces system is implemented till now. Students are not aware about any of updates regarding any activity happen within their campus. Here are the major problems. The major problems are faculties, students, and university stakeholders are under the pressure of study pattern, concept of e-learning, and security of the education related data. Here we go with the literature review. The characteristics of blockchain technology is like a peer executed immutability and provenance allow to implementation of a new level of transparency, security, and trust in the concept of e-learning. In this research article, a new concept of e-learning based on blockchain is introduced to develop more transparency in assessment and also permit personalization in the curriculum in the context of higher education. Being the most prominent global technological company, IBM tends to innovate some new every time. The company is recently working on the use of blockchain technology in education sector, so it can be more improved. Blockchain technology does possess the power to compete with the other technologies that is higher in demand. Blockchain is also implements the concept of a decentralization, which is totally against the current system. From the past few years, there are many problems arises in the education industry, either from school or university during the exam conduction. Various activities are detected in the education network that result in lack of trust in the system's quality. Now it's analyzing through survey that will be discussed by Sandeep Reddy.
Hi everyone, this is Sandeep. I'll now go through the I'll now go through the analysis through survey. These analyses are done through the surveys that are conducted amongst so many people and students. I'll first go with the will blockchain in education help to keep credentials secure? Like more than 50% says like always, and some like when you see in this survey, there's little in rarely and never cases, but there are more than 50 to 60% in always cases, like in keeping the credentials secure, accounting software reduce and administration. In everything there's a more than 60% of people agreeing to the blockchain development in education, whether it comes with the tracking system and accounting software reduce. When it comes to blockchain can be used in education, more than 66% of people strongly agree with that. When it comes to private blockchain for the educational providers also, uh, 60 to 70% of people agree to that as well. uh, and overall, when you look at the overall survey, uh, so many people, like around 60% of people agree to implement the blockchain in education, and there are like some rare cases about never and rarely. Next slide, please. This is also the same, like just doing it in a graph way. When you look at the overall analysis, more than 40 to 50% are very satisfied with the blockchain. In like education system, 40% are satisfied, which means like same or near to satisfied or very satisfied. But like there's no dissatisfied people in that. Like some are some about 10%, and some 10% are in between, like satisfied or dissatisfied. Um, will the online blockchain schools are very popular for different types of learning? Yes, strongly agree. So many people strongly agree with that as well. Um, with the blockchain as a potential to improve the education system in many ways, yes, there are also strongly agree about 50% of the people for that as well, with no disagree and strongly disagree people among that as well. Can you go to next slide, Mandi? It's the proposed solution. Students can store their personal data as well as the academic data as well. When it comes to the universities, can update the activities happening in the campus, and they can run the online portal with the blockchain education as well. And they do can make the payment role plans and just show how much like the students owe to the university. What's the deadline for the payment roles as well. Um, and university portal and mobile application both can be designed as well. Like you can access your profile through your room or from your home, like that. Go to next slide, please. uh, by using a case study, you can explain what's it's like blockchain in education. When it comes to students, there's so like three major factors: make registration, make payment, and view their details. By using it, this is by using a blockchain. But without the blockchain, it should be like making a registration, making a payment. You can't view your details. When it comes to university, update calendar, handle students, build trust among others as well. And there's a system and admin and payment handling systems as well. System do just the handling the students, handling the payments, and admin is about all about ensure data integrity, handle the system, ensure safety as well. Next slide is all about AI ASIS diagram. It also just the other way of describing the flow chart. When it comes to this, there's two major factors. One is system and the other is admin. The system is like make registration. If it verified, then it goes to add it as a student, add details, add to the database, and everything that goes from start to end. When it comes to admin, go to verification. If verification is done, add details, and verified by the admin, offer the various services to the students, like just teaching and the other activities as well. Generate a fee receipt for student, provide the receipt to the student. That's all. And Harry will continue from next.
Hello, my name is Ravinder. Today I'm going to what we done in this project. Till now, we have done the following things in the context of blockchain in education. For this assessment one, we have done project storyboard. In assessment two, we have done project roadmap. And then next is use case diagram. And last one, ASIS diagram. Next slide, please. In assessment one, project assessment, we have many things: project client, project outline, project start and end date, then stakeholders. Furthermore, project products, user stories, project scope, success criteria, project approach. Next slide, please. And in the project roadmap, we have done introduction, product vision, product backlog users, product backlog items, revised user story, product schedule, work to be done, and Gantt chart. Next slide, please. Brief introduction of project storyboard. Below are the project points which are covered in the project storyboard. Project client, Ecom Traders New South Wales our project client, and the project outline is the implementation of blockchain technology will reduce the administration workload. It acts like a viable solution for the institution. Next, internal and external stakeholders. Internal stakeholder are project team members, head and administration, while external stakeholder are investors, customer and students. And the last one, project product. At the end, the system will provide traceability, transparency, security, and efficiency. Thank you. That's all. And the next further will be done by Robin. Thank you.
Thank you, Harvinder. My name is Robin Kumar, and after that, I will continue this. The first one is the project communication plan. The interaction is done via telephone, online meeting, and email mode. After that is the project scope, in which is like payment trace out solution can be implemented using public or private blockchain and maintain trust relationship between employee and employer. The third one is the success acceptance criteria, in which like provide security and transparency in the educational operations. And the last one is the project approach, in which like the blockchain technology is used in education sector to which bring effectiveness and flexibility in their educational operations. The student detail can also be stored in the central database. Mandeep, next slide, please. Like in this slide, we brief introduction of product roadmap. Like the first one is introduction. The implementation of blockchain technology can be used to store the student record. Badges can be generated and also provide security to the data stored in the database. This will also reduce the infrastructure cost to a significant. And after that, like the brief introduction of product roadmap, the first one is the introduction. The implementation of blockchain technology can be used to store the student record badge in the database. This will also reduce the infrastructure cost to a significant level. The second one is the product vision. The research is being done to adopt the blockchain technology in education sector. Also provide data authentications and security to the data. The third one is the product backlog, in which like the mobile application, university website, SCRUM, API, and WBS. The fourth one is the user, in which like the business analytics, designer, or organization head, and the students. Next slide, please. The next slide. In the next slide, like we continue with the project schedule. The main goal of this project is to do a thorough research on blockchain technology. After this, as a solution, a platform is designed to accomplish the university goals. And the next one is the project objective. In this objective, we improve the university productivity and to mitigate the security problem in the existing educational system. And the third one is the WBS, in which the project implementation, team meeting, research, project storyboard, product roadmap, and so on. Like we have also deliverables, like we have 3 sprints. The first sprint is like project study boards, project roadmap issue. The second one is UML diagrams and the proposed solution. And the third one is research report and PPT. Next. Like we have a lot of things to do in the future. Like the first one is the activity diagram, like the class diagram, to be model, research model, presentation, and moreover, like the change that has to be made in the diagram already made can be modified. The next one, please. These are the references in which we use in the presentation. The next one. Thank you so much.